Today we're going to discuss unit rates and best buys. This is still part of our proportions unit, so we're going to color red. Alright, a unit rate is a rate that has a denominator of 1. So for example, 50 miles per hour is 50 miles driven in 1 hour. So every time you see a speed or a speed limit, that's actually a unit rate. When converting to unit rates, we can still use proportions. However, it is much simpler to just divide the numerator by the denominator. A couple of tips when you're working with unit rates. Money always goes in the numerator, and time should always go in the denominator. So money in the numerator, time in the denominator. All right, example 1. Hurricane Katrina dropped about 14 inches of rain over a 48-hour period. How much rain is this per hour? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of an inch. So my two units that I'm comparing are 14 inches and 48 hours. Time always goes in the denominator. So I have 14 inches in 48 hours. And the easiest way to do this, since it's saying per hour, that means I need a unit rate. So I'm going to divide 14 divided by 48. So numerator divided by denominator. And I get 0.291666 repeating forever. I'm rounding this to the nearest tenth. So I'm looking at the tenth place, and then I look to the hundredth. So I look one place to the right. The 9 tells me that the 2 needs to round up to a 3. So my answer should be 0.3 inches per hour. Example number 2. In the typing world, being able to type 2,400 words in 30 minutes is considered acceptable. So these are the people that maybe in a court would sit there and type while the trial is proceeding, something like that. So in order to be able to do that, you've got to be able to type relatively quickly. So this problem says 2,400 words in 30 minutes is acceptable. So what is this rate in words per minute? So that per here tells me I'm going to do that unit rate. And I'm comparing 2,400 words and 30 minutes. So time, again, is going in the denominator. So I'm going to put 30 minutes in the denominator. And I'm going to put 2,400 words in the numerator. Simply divide 2,400 divided by 30. And that gives me 80. And I want to include my units, so words per minute. All right, turning the page over, we're going to talk about finding the best price for an item or a best buy. So still part of Unit 6, colors red for proportions. All right, unit rates can help us determine the best price for an object based on size. Often they are already calculated for us. So next time you go to the store, I want you to check this out. They calculate the unit price per ounce. So on these particular Cheerios that have a price of $3.95, the unit price is 0.263 cents per ounce, or dollars per ounce. So you can compare maybe this box of Cheerios with a different box of Cheerios, which is exactly what we're going to do in example 3. So here's a box of Honey Nut Cheerios and another box of Honey Nut Cheerios. This one is 12.25 ounces, I think is what that says. Yep. And this one is 17 ounces, so this one is a bigger box. So here I'm paying $3.79 for a box that's 12.25 ounces, and in this one I'm paying $4.79 for a box that is 17 ounces. So I can calculate my cost per ounce. They've got it calculated in cost per pound, but we can calculate cost per ounce. So for the smaller box of Cheerios, money goes on the top, 3.79, divided by 12.25 ounces. Use your calculator, 3.79 divided by 12.25, and you should get 0.309, so forth, dollars per ounce. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. $4.79, money up top, 17 ounces in the bottom. So 4.79 divided by 17, and I get 0.2817 ... So the unit price that's the lowest, so the smallest unit price is going to be your better buy. So in this case, the larger box of Cheerios would be your best buy, your best choice, because the unit cost is lower. All right, example 4, last example. Mrs. Carver could buy pay $12.72 for a giant bag, 42 M&Ms at Costco. She could also buy a much smaller bags of M&Ms, 12.6 ounces at Walmart for $2.88. Which is a better buy? So we're going to do the same thing that we just did with the Cheerios with the M&Ms. So my giant bag is $12.72 for 42 ounces. And my smaller bag of M&Ms is $2.88 for 12.6 ounces. So in both cases, I'm just going to do the division, 12.72 divided by 42, and I get 0.3028571, and so on. That's going to be dollars per ounce. And then on this one, I'm going to do $2.88 divided by 12.6, and I get 0.228571 per ounce. So in this case, this number is smaller than this number, so the best buy is going to be the smaller bag of M&Ms. So my best option would be buy several smaller bags instead of one big bag.